All right, everybody, welcome to This Week in Political Garbage. Joe, this week's, it's not really, I guess it's kind of controversial, but it's kind of more funny than anything to me. Court rules 6 states must allow women to hashtag free the nipple due to the Fort Collins lawsuit.
What?
Women in several states can now walk about while topless due to a recent court decision that many cities aren't bothering to fight. The result of the hashtag free the nipple movement, women in Colorado, Wyoming, Utah, New Mexico, Kansas, and Oklahoma can now walk the town without a top on, thanks to activists who wanted women to be able to bear as much skin as the fellas. Addressing small parts of inequality can make a big difference in how people are treated on a day-to-day basis, and I thought free the nipple was just one small step closer to how it should be, said Britt Hoagland, one of 2 women who filed a lawsuit against the city of Fort Collins. According to KSBY News, attorney Andy McNulty called the law an attack on civil liberties and the women's rights. Any law that says women are prohibited from is unconstitutional and really just intolerable in a society that should treat women as equal to men. With the city of Fort Collins unwilling to take the matter to Supreme Court, all 6 states and the 10th District must now cease enforcing laws against women going topless in public. I think the council, as they articulated in their 4-3 vote, really just thought this is a matter of priority. No guarantee of success or that the Supreme Court would even take it up. That the money was just better spent on other city priorities, said Tyler Marr, who is the Deputy Director of Information for the city of Fort Collins. It is unknown if any other cities will challenge the ruling. Some Colorado residents believe the law is opening the door for trouble, while others believe
Do they think?
While others believe it is just an unfair double standard. I guess as a woman, I do think we do deserve equal rights and everything, so I guess that would count as well. But I think if women do choose to do that, they might be asking for a little bit of trouble, said Peg Williams, who lives in Boulder, Colorado. For Fort Collins resident George Lingell, the ruling raises questions about how showing some sexual organs is okay, while showing others may land a person in trouble with the law. It just seems like a contradiction of laws that a woman can expose her breast, but a man can't go in an alley behind a dumpster and take a leak without coming up on criminal charges. So,
That just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that chick in Iowa that wants to legalize prostitution, right?
Mm-hmm.
Weed's being legalized. And now I guess you can just be naked. Hell, I won't walk around without my top on.
So, come on. And this guy's right. This gentleman that they quoted there at the end, George.
George.
He wants to go out to the alleyway and take a leak, and he'll probably get cited or arrested for public indecency. But if a woman's walking around topless, it's okay.
Well, I guess they're saying that isn't technically a sexual organ. Their breasts. I'm saying what they're saying. And in a lot of countries, women go topless on the beaches and stuff. So, but because we're not in other countries, and in the other countries they can go swimming like that, but can they just walk around town like that?
Not that I'm aware of. I believe there's like nudist beaches. I don't know that there's nudist colonies.
This isn't
places.
a nudist thing. I had a friend, Corey Lund. Corey actually listens to our show. He's from Sweden. Hi, Corey.
Corey?
And we were in social class, and Mrs. Rock, who was our teacher, said that we get used to certain things, and in America, if a girl is topless, the guys go nuts because they're not used to seeing that. And she said in Sweden, they can go to the beach and they can be topless, and nobody thinks anything of it. And she asked, she said, right, Corey? And he just shook his head, yes. And she went back to the chalkboard because, I'm old and they had chalk and boards back then. And we all looked at him, and he had a big grin on his face, and he went... So they are still looked at. So now, I don't know. What breastfeeding in public is okay now, right? Didn't they say?
You see headlines about that all the time where some people are okay with it and other people are completely offended by it.
I'm not offended. I just think, I don't know.
I never said you were. I'm just saying that there are people that are.
No, I'm saying, for my personal, I don't know how I should feel about that. It seems like if you, I'm just feeding my baby, but you can't feed him someplace else.
Sarah used to breastfeed, like if we go out to eat or something and one of the babies got hungry, but she always covered up with a blanket.
Mm-hmm.
As indiscreet as it could be.
I guess.
I've been in restaurants where women have just pulled
Done
the shirt
right
right
there,
up and down right there, and it's, I don't know. Yes, that's a natural thing, obviously, for the mom and the baby to do.
Right.
But then again, in public with a million eyes probably gandering at you.
Right.
I don't know. To me, this is insane. This is asking for a million problems because
Oh, yeah.
these women are going to be walking around topless. I'm assuming some of them will be attractive that do it, and that's going to be an issue.
And you know what? There's going to be some that are very unattractive doing
that's what I mean.
That will also be an issue.
You can't tell me that all the creepos in these 6 states aren't going to see these topless women and do, some undesirable things.
All of a sudden, the census in all of those states is going to triple.
Yeah. I'm thinking about making a career change somewhere else.
I don't think it's a good idea, and I think that guy's exactly right. It's opening up the door for a lot of bad things.
So now we got pot's legal in Colorado. Now we're going to have topless women. What could go wrong?
Nothing could go wrong with this. I'm not a fan.
Shockingly, this didn't occur in Florida. They weren't one of the exceptions.
Well,
so.
I'll bet they're very upset about this because they like to be. And California wasn't named in that. That's kind of odd too.
Yeah. Well, that's what we got for this week's in politics. That was a unique court ruling, I guess.
Yeah, I actually felt like I couldn't say everything I was thinking on that.
I mean, look out. We've offended plenty of people. Why stop now?
Yeah, I guess, but I don't think it. No. Okay, just no. No, I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's a bad idea. I think that prostitution's a bad idea. Honestly, I think the pot's a bad idea. Since we don't have ways of really regulating that, if you pull somebody over that's been smoking weed and they probably shouldn't be driving, how do you test for that?
Well, you don't.
You just do a stupid human tricks?
Yeah, I need you to flip backwards and recite the alphabet from the middle to the end, from the end to the beginning, and then touch your nose with your toes and, all the good stuff. So.
Oh, huh. I hope I don't get pulled over.
You can't even run through a parking lot.
No, I can't. Oh, that was awful.
Yeah, I mean, it's opening a can of worms that I think all these places are going to live to regret if people take them up on their toplessness, which I'm sure, at least at first, people
Pretty
will.
soon there's going to be proms with all these pictures are going to be out there like that. It's bad idea. You guys are stupid to not fight that. You guys are stupid to bring it up in the first place. What the hell is wrong with these people? There's just
right up there with the sharing the bathrooms between the boys and the girls.
Because today I identify as a girl, tomorrow I identify as a turnip.
Yeah.
I sure hope this silly shit stops.
Self-identify as a retired millionaire.
Bernie Sanders?
Yeah.
It's free.
I mean, he should give me some of it. He likes free shit. He should just give me some of his money. Huh? That's what he expects everybody else to do.
I think he will. He seems like that.
All right. Well, that's all we got for this week's show, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Take care.
Bye.